Hey folks, welcome back to Wild West Barbecue. Today we're going to smoke a couple of racks of baby back ribs. I got the ribs from the uppercut. I have not tried their ribs before. I'm not sure what to expect. I'm expecting good things. Everything they've got has been good. So I'm expecting good things from the ribs. I'm probably going to use the 22.5-inch over Smokey Mountain because on that one I can lay the ribs flat without the ends overhanging the grates, which means the ends don't get overdone. I'm going to use pecan wood, and I'm going to try something new this time with ribs. I'm going to use the 3-2-1 method. And what that means is I'm going to smoke them uncovered on the smoker for 3 hours, about 225, 250 degrees. I'm going to pull them off. I'm going to wrap them in foil with some bacon, or not bacon, butter and brown sugar, and then put them covered, wrapped in the foil, back on the smoker for another 2 hours. And then after that, I'm going to pull them off, unwrap them, put a very small glaze of sauce on them, put them back on the smoker for 1 more hour to set that glaze, and then they'll be done and good to go. I have wrapped ribs before in foil, but I've never put them back on after, and I never timed it out like this to be 3 hours, 2 hours, and then 1 hour. So we're gonna see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna get the ribs prepped, get the smoker started, and get this thing going. All right, ready to get the first rack of ribs prepped and ready to go. I've got the other rack sitting aside. I'm going to prep it as soon as I'm done with this one. The first thing we need to do is remove the membrane from the back of the ribs. It makes for tough eating. It's generally not something you want on your ribs, so I always go ahead and remove it. The easiest way is to just take a butter knife and get on one of the bones and kind of try to lift it up. Get a small hole started and lift it up. This is not something I'm very good at. I've seen people on other YouTubers do it where they're just get down and get it done real quick, and I'm not good at this, so bear with me while I work with it. I found sometimes it's easier to use a paper towel because the back of this is usually pretty slimy. Just go ahead and get it started and go ahead and start pulling the membrane off. Like I said, I'm not very good at this. I've seen other people that can do it all in one quick, easy pull. How they do that, I don't know. I'm not very good at this, so let's go ahead and get membrane pulled off, and then we'll get them seasoned, and I'll do the exact same thing with the next rack. All right, with the membrane removed, we can go ahead and start to season our ribs. I'm using a store-bought rub from the uppercut. It's one I've used before on pork butt. I like it. I'm hoping it's going to work out well for the ribs. Get a little dusting on this side. Them over. Do the exact same thing here. These ribs are looking really good. I'm excited to get these tried. I hadn't opened them yet until today, so I hadn't seen them until just now, but they look really good. I'm excited to give these a try in the smoker. And with that done, I'm going to go ahead and prep the other rack of ribs exactly the same way, and then I'll get the coals started and get these on the smoker. All right, the coals that I've started are ready. We're ready to get everything assembled and good to go. The ribs over here are looking absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to give these a try. So we're gonna get the smoker assembled and get started with the smoke. Using a couple of chunks of pecan wood for this. It's a good wood overall. I very much like it. And with that, we are smoking and ready to go. I'll come back out and check these in 3 hours. All right, it's been 3 hours. We're gonna go ahead and get these prepped up and ready to go for putting in the foil. I'm gonna put down a little bit of brown sugar and some squeezed butter. The same thing on top when I get the rib in here. Squeeze butter on it and some brown sugar. I debated going with honey and decided to go with brown sugar instead. I've done that before. I know it's really good with brown sugar. We'll go ahead and wrap this up. And this is ready to go back on the smoker. We've got one left. We'll do the exact same thing, brown sugar and squeezed butter on both sides, and it's back on the smoker for another 2 hours. The ribs are looking really good. I'm really excited for these to get done so we can give them a try. They're looking really, really good so far. All right, again, go ahead and wrap it up and get them back on the smoker for another 3 hours. We are all set. Good to go. So it's been 2 hours. The ribs have sat, wrapped as long as you need to. We're going to go ahead and get them unwrapped, get some sauce put on there, and throw them back on the smoker for 1 more hour, at which point they will be done and we'll go ahead and eat them. Oh, this is wonderful. Smell good too. Oh, these are probably already done, to be honest. That's all right. Oh yeah, these are looking real, real good. Probably a little overdone already, but we kind of like them fall off the bone, so that's okay. All right, we'll get some sauce on these. I might go half an hour more on the grill instead of an hour. I think that would be about right. So I think these are real, real close to them. I've not completely done already. But like I said, we kind of like them a little overdone and fall off the bone. So a little overdone isn't too bad for us as long as they're not dry. Right. With that done, I'll just go ahead and get these back on the smoker for a few minutes, probably like I said, half an hour to let this set up, and then it's dinner time for us. All right, the ribs are done. They're looking real good. I'm really liking the looks of them. They're definitely a little overdone. They're very fall off the bone, but like I said earlier, we prefer them that way, so it's no big deal for us. So let's go ahead and give it a taste, see what it tastes like. Those really came out. Sweet with just enough heat from the sauce to make it worth it. This cook worked out real well. I'm real happy with these. So we finished dinner. The ribs were probably a little overdone for my taste. My wife really enjoyed them. I think in the future I'll go 3 hours on the smoker, 1 hour on the foil, and half an hour to an hour uncovered in the smoker. But overall, they still tasted good. I really enjoyed the cook. Had a fun time doing it. Overall, I'm very happy with the end product. Just probably spent half an hour or an hour too long on the smoker was all, but overall, it was really good. I really enjoyed it.